Hi everybody, hope you're all doing very well. Joel here from, well, formerly RCmaxxUK, now Wyatt RC. Now, Basfest was recent. It's taken me a little while to get this video together, but yeah, here we are. A bit of footage from Basfest for you if you did not manage to get there, and of course if you did get there, look out for yourself, you might appear on the video. So, first of all, a quick shout out for the sponsors. Without the sponsors, at the end of the day, let's face it, the event might not go ahead, so take a look at those guys and buy products from them. Keep them going, keep Bashfest going, and yeah, we can all enjoy it, can't we? And remember, of course, Bashfest is on again in August, bank holiday, so if you didn't make it this time, make sure you get there in August. The weather should be good. And get yourself down there and have a great time. And a massive thanks has to go, of course, to the organisers. Now, it's an event, that takes a lot of putting together, a lot of sorting out, a lot of organising. So, huge thanks has to go to the organisers. Well done, lads. Thanks for putting it on, and let's have another good one in August. I'd also like to give a big shout out to the volunteers, everyone that volunteers to marshal and help out on the tracks. Now, we all get a chance to do it. You can all do it. Anyone who comes can do it, as long as you're an adult, I believe. And I really enjoy it. It's good fun. It's a way of getting close to the cars, a way of getting close to the action. And it helps out, of course. Without marshals, the tracks can't be used. So everybody that marshalled, massive shout out to you guys. And everyone who didn't, get yourself out there and marshal. It's a good laugh. Now, moving on to some highlights from the weekend. Now, one of the biggest highlights, I had to put this in there first, really, was the Taylor Twin, the new Taylor Twin. Now, this broke cover. Now, a few people do have them scattered around the world at the moment, but this is the only one, I believe, that was running at Bashfest, or the only one I saw. In fact, I know it was the only one there. It was driven very well, considering how hard it is to get a high-power car around the oval. And, yeah, it was just rapid, sounded great, very fast, and it definitely caused a lot of attention. People were staring at it, videoing it, obviously looking at it, intrigued by it, love the sound. So great seeing that there. And there was another reveal of an engine by Taylor over Bashfest, and that was the new 35 Reed, which Brian Chilele had in one of his cars. So did Dean Bonehead, Mr. Carbon, and so did Darren Longford. So there were a few of them actually suddenly appeared out of nowhere. I didn't run one. I was running the 35 Taylor, the standard, the first edition. And it was just, yeah, impressive to see. It sounded good, seemed to run really well. It was dusty, so I think there might have been a bit of dust ingestion to one of them. I can't remember which one. But yeah, ran really nice, ran really well, got quite a lot of laps, quite a lot of time on the engine, considering it was pretty damn new as far as I could understand it, and not yet ready for sale, obviously. So it was a chance for people to see one running. And yeah, it was good. It was in Dean Bonehead's Losi 5T here. Brian had it in a Losi 5T as well, or 30° North truck. And yeah, it was great to see. So another reveal, something for people to look at, keep an eye on it, and get some info on. And then also, another engine I hadn't seen at all was as in previous to now, was the Akil Racing 34 Reed, which is here in Ben Sinclair's car. So the original, the OG of fifth scale, Ben Sinclair. He had it in his Losi 5T here, and it got quite a lot of time on it, quite a lot of laps on it, and again, it seemed pretty fast, it seemed pretty reliable. Again, very dusty, so you've got to pay big attention here, Bashfest. Beware, be warned of that, people. Dust. It's often nicknamed Dust Fest because you can see all the dust on the track. So yeah, filter oiling, very important. Now, moving on to the big boys, the cars that everybody wants to see. A lot of people don't, of course, own big bores, so definitely these always get people excited on the track. And there was some usual crazy big bore action. That's a 65 Losi 5T in Mo's car. Crazy Losi. Brian falling over the hay bales, which unfortunately I didn't catch, but he managed to style it out as usual. Well done, Brian. And yeah, the big cars were crazy. There was a huge crash actually here between the Twin and that mad monstrous 65. It was absolutely bonkers. Literally the 65, Twin's fast, but 65 just rode straight over it. The hybrids or the Outlaws. I believe this is a hybrid. This was a bit of a crazy car that, of course, you couldn't help but notice. Very hard, actually, to get round the oval track in any sort of sense of quickness, because rear-wheel drive, lack of grip. But Ashley, I believe here, absolutely hooning around and doing a good job, actually, of controlling a car that hard to drive. I think until you've driven one on the oval, you wouldn't appreciate how difficult it is to drive them, because they're big field cars at the end of the day. The rear wheel drive cars. Matt Mundy was there, of course, with his very, very rare, actually, an unusual Lozzie DBXL 40 GT. So it's kind of a hooned or hand shafted in 40 into the DBXL here, with the pipe, titanium pipe, cut back and re-bent and re-welded to actually get it in the car. So that was nice to see. To be honest myself, I mean, I by absolute far, just run my small boards at Basfest. Now, these days, to be honest, the last, I think, 2 or 3 Basfests, I've just ran the 35 pretty much. It's been so good, so damn fast on the oval. You just can't beat it. I don't think I've had a race with anybody who's really beaten me convincingly, or really, had that much of a hard time keeping in front of. There was one car this year, I think it was again Ashley, that had I think it was a Lozzie 5B with I can't remember what engine it was in it, but it was absolutely rapid as anything. I struggled to keep up with that, actually. But that being said, I think he lasted about 3 laps so before it either blew up or he had a mechanical issue. So not the full tank that I was doing. So a little dig there, actually. Get that reliable and maybe have a better chance next time. Generally, the buggies, 5Bs, MCD RR5 Maxes on the oval, they're really the cars that generally seem to be the fastest. The Lozzie 5B, of course, generally is stronger than the MCD. And I had a Lozzie 5B, I loved it, but then I went MCD, and I love the MCDs, although I've broken my MCD, or my MCDs, a lot more than I ever broke my Lozzie 5B. But yeah, the small bores, reliability, ease of use. You can have a right laugh. You can run them lap after lap after lap after lap. I mean, I've done a full tank on the oval numerous times with the 35 and my MCD. I've never done that with the big bore. Now, I took the big bore with me, as usual. Normally, it's the 40 MCD I take with me, and I think I used it for one tank. I think I bent a drive shaft and had a few little things. So I just used it for that. Rare Mini here. You don't see many of these, do you, these days? I wanted to buy one of these once, but I lost out on it. But yeah, a quick look now at the kind of carnage. Dust. This is what you got to be prepared for. So make sure you oil up your filter correctly, and ideally come with a car that's all tinkered with, ready and reliable for the track. Because Basfest sure takes it out of the cars. But anyway, guys, yeah, basically, just wanted to say, had a great time at Basfest. Great weather, great people. That's the thing about Basfest. The people are superb. Lots of fun with the cars. So make sure you get yourselves to Basfest in August. Have a good time. Get your cars sorted. Bring your tent. Bring your barbecue, and enjoy yourselves. It is by far, I would say, the best way to enjoy your 5th scale car. If you're anywhere in England, get yourself to the event. It's just banter, racing. You've got a technical track there as well, so it's not just the oval. I know I kind of concentrate on the oval. I've got to admit, this year I didn't even use the technical track myself. A little tiny complaint again from me to the organisers. I think I said this last year. Make that technical track less technical, so that the people that don't race, these guys, take a look here. These I think you can probably tell are all racers, or people who generally race 5th scale. And you can see that they can handle this quite relatively narrow, tight track very well. Most of them stay on the track, and they're good drivers. You can see that there's no issues generally speaking. But for someone who doesn't do track driving, It's quite narrow and quite technical, quite complicated, and I think it doesn't need to be this complicated. I think you could make it quite a much simpler layout, and you'd get a lot more people on the track that are not racers, and you could have, you know, some good racing, basically. Just, you know, make it, it doesn't need to be crazy. It could be, you know, like an oval, but with a slightly tight in section, you know, with a couple of corners. And that would do, wouldn't it, in a jump? But anyway, that's my little 10 pennyworth. But yeah, either way, guys, technical track there as well. So if you're into this kind of driving, that's for you. And yeah, just a great event. Really, really good event. Get yourselves there and enjoy your fifth scales. All right, guys, take care of yourselves. I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.